Hello there, welcome to another Roblox scripting tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to create a sword with a community resource I made about a month ago. It did pretty well, so I figured I'd make this. It's actually really easy to use and allows you to make swords in really only minutes, and I'll show you how to use it. It handles a lot of other things like special abilities, knockback, and stuff like that, dual wielding, and like a lot of other sword related things. But today I'll just show you how to damage people and just basic stuff. So first you're going to want to get a sword model. Since I'm not much of a modeler, I'm not gonna hop into Blender and make something. I'm just gonna make something pretty simple. Um, then I'm gonna union it. Just, I'm just gonna make a stick because I don't care. Um, you of course could make something a lot better than this, but it's really just up to you. Remember to name this handle because that's required to make it a tool, and so that the script can recognize it. And then you could just name this sword or whatever you want. With handles, it's probably best to set can collide to false, and definitely anchored to false, but that's by default. And what I always do on all my tools is can be dropped false, so that people can't just drop swords. It depends on the game. Some people want that to happen, but I generally don't. Anyways, just drag your sword into the starter pack so people, when they join the game, they're gonna have it automatically. Now, you could go to the dev forum post. It'll be in the description. Just click this link. I'll probably just also put the actual thing in the description as well. But just click get or something like that. But I already have it because I made it. But yeah. So then you're gonna go in the toolbox. You'll start up here, but click on this called. When you hover over it, it's gonna say inventory. Click on that, and then just probably search sword. It's the easy way to find it. And you can find Swordsmith. And you don't really have to do anything with it because it doesn't really matter where you put it. But since it's mostly handled on, everything's basically all handled on the server with these swords, I would put it in server storage. Also, don't mind this folder. It's just what I put my video ideas in. I'm working on a how to make a Bed Wars game series, but that's for another day. Then create a new script inside your sword. And first I'm just gonna define my services. All you're really gonna need is server storage so that you can get the module. Alright, so now you're just gonna require the Swordsmith module. And that should just be server storage, wait for child, Swordsmith, or whatever you have it named as. And then some variables. So the tool itself should be script.parent. Script refers to the actual script object that you're working in. And then the actual sword. Well, actually, no, you need the data table. And I'll go into that in just a second. And the sword creator should be swordsmith dot new tool data. Now in this data table, it's just going to be a list of parameters for the Swordsmith module to read and interpret what you want your sword to be like. You could do a lot with this, actually. This is where all your parameters are going to go. So I'm going to do swing anims is going to be equal to a table, because this can actually take in multiple animations for your swinging. And I'm just going to make a simple little animation here. Click on plugins and then build rig. Don't worry about it having to install the build rig plugin because it's automatically installed in everybody's studio. And I'm just gonna bring it down. I'm gonna use the default animation editor and select the rig. I'm just gonna call this animation swing. And then gonna bring the arm up for the animation. And I'm no animator, but I'll try my best. Now I'm gonna create a new keyframe right here where the arm's kind of like out to the side, maybe. Yeah, like this. Pull it up. Like that. And go straight down. So that should be good enough. This is all really up to your own imagination. Then you're gonna click these three dots, go to set animation priority, and then action, so that it plays over the default idle animations and walking, stuff like that. So it's the highest priority. And then click export. I'm just gonna keep it named as swing. Add a description. This is a swinging animation. And then you can submit it. Then you copy and paste the ID, close this as well. You can get rid of the dummy if you want, and then just copy and paste your ID into here, and that's what you need to do for that portion. And now we actually have to make it swing and all that. So first we want to know when the person clicks and tries activating the tool, we'll do tool.activate connect function. And just so like people can just spam the sword really fast, I'm gonna create a debounce here. I'm gonna do local debounce equals false. I'm gonna do if debounce is equal to true, then return. So we're gonna ignore the request. Then I'm gonna do if debounce equals true, so that if the request was accepted, then we want to make sure that no other requests will be accepted while they're in the middle of a swing. Then it's as simple as literally just calling the sword swing function. Now, you could actually just, if you want to select like a certain amount of damage you want the sword to do, you just put that number in here. Probably not that big of a number because that's just an automatic kill, but maybe something like 50. But by default, it is 25, so you don't actually have to put anything in there. And now we could just do, so more requests can come in after the swing. We could do sword on swing ended function debounce equals false. Anyways, I'd also like to note that all the information that I'm giving you here is actually on the post itself, which will be linked, along with a lot of other information concerning the module, because there's actually a lot of stuff this thing can do, like I said in the beginning, dual wielding, actions, knockback, stuff like that. So, make sure to look out for that stuff. And now I'm just going to do a little play test to make sure that everything is operational and that there are no errors. So I'm just going to spawn in here. Now we can see that when we do click, it is swinging. And now I'm just going to test it on the dummy. And as you can see, it is damaging the dummy. And yeah, that's it. So if you found this this video useful, something like that, remember to like and subscribe. It is completely free and it does help me out a lot. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.